Boom, boom.
Smack.
Oh, ha, ha. Mamma mia.
Yes, we do. Right, ready?
I was born ready.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 209 of the Apocalypse Cast.
We are officially the Doomer Gloomer with the Zoomer Boomer, the Millennial Fennial Cast.
I'm your host, Alex, joined here by the passionate napper, James. You know, this is an audio show, right?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is James. I am the passionate napper.
And got no funny nickname for Jim today, just Apocalypse Jim.
Yo, what's good in the hood? I'm Apocalypse Rick.
I don't know, Apocalypse Jim. We record this a few days early before it comes out, so we don't know what could have happened in the time frame between.
Yeah.
And with how escalating, time has been recently, we don't know what's going to happen by Monday.
Yep.
Basically.
That's exactly correct. But before we go any deeper, the JARCAST is made possible thanks to the patrons over at Patreon, so thanks for the support in these trying times. Bloody Nora. Let's start this episode off with addressing something from last episode, yeah? Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm very glad you're going to do this, actually.
So last episode, I hate doing this. Don't have to do it, but I hate doing it. Explaining a joke, that is. Last episode, because people, if you don't know, I'm an Amazon Subscribe and Save user. So I have certain products that I have delivered to me periodically for a discount. I've been doing this for years. And it's just me living in this house, so I sometimes wind up with a storage of certain things, of certain products. Yeah, be it
soap.
Yeah, I get like shower gel and all the most boring shit you don't want to think about having to buy. That includes toilet paper. So before we recorded last episode, I was like, you know what? It'll be a funny little gag. I got all this toilet paper stored up. Let's just put it on the set. Just for a little funny.
Little did we know.
Little did we know. I mean, it's pointless over-exaggerating. There were like 2 or 3 people who got annoyed about this.
Who brought the wrath of giants upon us.
What do you mean?
They struck. They struck us at the core.
They struck us down.
Yeah. They said, how dare thee of Jar Media purchase for a
I think
joke?
they thought we went out for a joke to get toilet
all
paper just for the sake of a meme in a video.
But it's worth mentioning, literally moments into last episode, we did mention that we went to the shops and there was no toilet paper for us to even buy. We couldn't even have done the joke.
So yeah, that's part 1. And a few other people were annoyed that we said we're going to Amsterdam, even though, again, that one was recorded at an earlier point than when we were talking, and literally the next day that it went live, everything was cancelled, so you don't have to worry about that. Although we did have a few jarlings from Amsterdam, so they wanted to show us around.
They did.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
We will be rearranging that later down the line once this is all cleared and everything's stable.
Yeah. What's gonna happen?
I think it's worth a bit of advice from the Jar Boys, but it's not advice. It's just you should stay inside. Don't go to all these places. Don't go on some spring breaks like they are in America. Don't. Just stay self-isolate, and you kind of got to let this blow over.
Yeah.
But dash ball wing.
But it's for the safety, so I think that's important.
What about when the zombies begin and the scary bits?
Well, then everyone will be alone. And nobody to bite.
It does make you realise, though, how important supermarkets are to our civilization. Because it's this cycle of people just buying things en masse and scaring everyone else into doing the same.
Not myself and my family haven't been mass buying until like hardly. You've still got 1 pint of milk in the fridge, for example. Not that much toilet
Good luck
paper.
finding more.
But here's the thing. While supermarkets and, big corp type level are like, got no stock. Drive down the country roads and there'll be people like, oh, we've got fresh milk, fresh eggs from farmers.
Yeah, to be fair, we're in a pretty good part of the country for this kind of thing to go crazy. Don't envy those in the middle of cities.
Definitely don't.
Because I can't think of anything worse.
Don't.
Because you're so. It's always been the thing that's put me off cities is just the density of people and how many people are in close proximity at all
It's
times.
going to be like easier to spread viruses and stuff.
Yeah, let alone if you use like a public transport constantly, buses and trains and things like that.
As far as I'm aware, most of those are already like closed down for the most part.
I think it was recent that the tube in London is like being closed.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they're like shutting that all down.
Damn.
What are we to do?
It's kind of escalated quite severely recently. Like, last week it wasn't nearly as this bad. Like, everybody's locking down. Like, Germany's now closing all its borders and it's been locked down. Portugal, you're basically forced inside your house at this point. Spain's like the same. The military's just driving around streets in Italy.
Apparently in Italy they have drones flying around that go, stay inside and like go back to your home. Like,
crazy.
We're living in some sort of dystopian sci-fi future right now.
So it's absolutely wild, but it's like funny to see how China is like back to normal now. China's gonna profit most of what's happening here now. Definitely. It's just
the
crazy.
thing. Jim and I, when we were in Tesco earlier, just watching the landslide occur, had a little laugh with this random lady. 'Cause it was like just acknowledging the absurdity of it.
Yeah, like all
that
the
it's even
beer is
happening.
gone, all the crisps are gone.
It's been gradual because at first it was like hand sanitizer, toilet paper. Now it's a beer, squash. They're starting to mass hoard the things they
don't need. Yeah, I mean people are bulk buying bread. Bread will go off in a week, dude.
You can freeze bread, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I didn't consider that.
Yeah, but
bulk buying squash to me is quite weird.
Yeah,
it's like what the fuck?
But there are people that genuinely don't drink water, and I think
I always
these
forget
are the
about
same
this.
people.
Yeah.
That, I mean, they
to
drink
them
water,
they're like they hear
squash.
you got to bulk buy everything you need, and their first thing is fucking squash.
Yeah.
It's like I think there's a big like difference between going to like big supermarkets and express like small ones. They're still one-packed. They're still full of stuff because everyone's going to supermarkets. So if you need anything, go to like the odd shops and you actually find loads of stuff. Like I was going in there and the only thing they didn't have was eggs and fresh vegetables. That's it.
Who eats fresh vegetables anyway?
Exactly.
That's true. The produce there was just nothing.
Yeah. Again, like fruit and stuff isn't gonna last weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't really know
like dried
why.
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
I don't know why you'd bulk buy fruit.
Yeah. It's like cheap noodle soup pots. That's what.
But I saw someone with a trolley full of eggs. This was like a week and a half ago. Like they were buying just so many eggs, but you can't freeze eggs, can you?
No, it fucks them up, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You can't freeze a fucking egg. How are you going to eat that many eggs? How many eggs do you eat on a daily basis that you need that many fucking eggs short term?
They're all going to end up getting ill from gone off eggs.
Well, they will be like, I've got like 50 fucking packs of eggs. What am I going to do with these? Just kick them into the garden, probably create some new super virus.
Yeah. And it's like the way people see horror movies or zombie movies where people mass buy, they're just doing that. And they don't realise that
I was thinking about that. Like, it's, people don't know how to act, but they do know how to act based on things they've seen in movies. What do they do in movies? They go and bulk buy things.
Yeah.
Things they don't need.
Because we just scare each other. We form like a little environment, and then we kind of just coast off whatever how we're doing in that environment.
We're
and if
very
everyone's
much
a bit on edge.
Yeah, we're influenced by our neighbours, whether that's literal or rhetoric. Cool. Like, if everyone on your street is buying loads of something, you're probably going to think, oh, I'm going to...
Say everyone in your street started boarding up windows.
Yeah.
You'd be a bit like, huh.
Well, everyone else has done it, so
yeah,
there's got to be a reason.
That's true. Have people started bulk buying shit like that yet? Like from B&Q and these housing, like DIY places.
Weapons, making like...
Yeah, like all the shovels are gone, all the like gardening tools and shit.
Like,
that's a good question. I haven't thought about that.
Dog food. People are mass buying.
Yeah,
dog food
we noticed
well.
that in Tesco.
Yeah, so people they're going to wind up with these dogs that are going to starve because of it.
No, animal shelters are already getting massive influx of dogs being abandoned, basically, because people are just like dropping the dog off.
They just freaked out about a virus.
And then,
but that shows like that it is just going beyond rational thought.
Yeah.
If you're going to that degree where you're like, man, it's so bad out there, I can't look after my dog anymore.
I've heard a story.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The family, their son had COVID and he had special needs, and they basically wanted him to stay in school because they didn't want him at home. Like people abandoning kids. Like, this is how extreme it's gone. Like, nobody has any intelligence at this point. It's just pure hysteria. And we are the voice of reason here.
Yeah, we know exactly everything.
Well, because when you think about what it actually is, you know, it's not like something where if it gets in contact with you, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
It's not like fucking Bird Box where there's just this fucking thing going on that we can't control. That's just people are just dropping like flies left and right.
You have to consider like the actual overcome to actual fatalities. Like, there's a big difference, and there's a reason why those people like would pass from it, and that would be like old or weak immune systems or health issues. Like, pretty much all of the people are passing it fine and recovering, and people are just like, oh man, no, I need to lock myself in my house with all the bread and eggs.
Well, the concern is spreading it to people who are vulnerable. That's why these lockdowns have to happen. You've got to isolate it and stop it from spreading,
which China have done, and they're coming out the other end of it now. And we're only now playing catch up when it's far too late.
Yeah, it seems like Europe's the worst place at the moment for this.
Yeah.
By far.
Oh well, we'll see.
We will see. Just be safe, darlings. Stay inside and stay healthy.
And drink all your beer.
Yeah.
Or maybe savour it. Just have 2 multi-packs of whatever you drink a night instead of just,
on the subject of beer,
as much as you can.
Some bars are actually, they're closing up, but they will deliver. They will deliver you alcohol.
Really?
To stay afloat, because all of these food places are going to have to close down, and they're not going to survive unless they do delivery. So bars are delivering alcohol, every other place is just delivering food.
It is really interesting who is winning and who is losing because of this. Because some businesses are really winning because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All these supermarkets must see a huge
increase
bump in the money they're making. And YouTubers were all isolated fucking loners anyway who just make videos all day long, and like, we're fine.
People are going to be at home, they're going to watch YouTube videos, so viewing is going to...
Yeah, gaming and all that shit. We've just had a ridiculous few releases that are coming up, or that will be out by the time this video is up, so there's something for everyone. Disney Plus is about to launch in the UK, so that'll probably be really popular here.
Yeah.
So, swings and roundabouts.
But then consider hospitality, and they're all basically being laid off, no security at all. And that's an industry that's going to be on its knees. And I think coming out of this in England specifically, with how it's like a bad culture anyway, with all these big chains having all these pubs everywhere, that's going to be a completely different industry once this passes because of this.
Yeah, you got to be smart.
Yeah.
And just hope it doesn't last too long.
Let's hope.
Well, I mean, no matter what, it will come to an end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point getting doomy gloomer about it.
Zoomer boomer.
There is something worth being doom and gloom about, though.
Yeah.
And that's Star Wars Episode 9. What's it called? The Phantom
Awakening of Mace Windu.
No, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It would be at least better than what we got.
That would have been a cool reveal if that was the reveal that Mace Windu was Rey's grandfather.
Yeah, that would be mind-blowing, actually.
Everyone would be like, whoa, this really opens some doors in the Star Wars universe. But I only bring it up because while we're waiting for James to finish with work, Jim and I watched it. Me for the second time, Jim for the first. James, you haven't seen it.
Nope.
You ain't missing out on much.
I don't plan to.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, what do you think, Jim?
It's-
the finale. The conclusion.
I think it's entertainment-wise worse. It's the worst Star Wars movie.
Damn. I've been floating around saying that. I think I've said it to you, but I haven't said it on anything that was recording because I wasn't sure if I could back it up yet. But I genuinely think I'm with you.
Just thinking about like even watching it again in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Is,
It was actually a slog to sit through.
yeah.
Earlier, like
But I mean,
we paused it partway through, and I was like, I looked at it and was like, dude, it's only been an hour and a half. There's still like
an hour.
an hour
left,
of this
basically.
left.
Yeah, I mean, like the it's just confusing half the time. Like the
Mhm.
lengths it will go to undo stuff it has done within the trilogy itself,
Or within its own movie.
or within its own movie. Yeah, it's constantly like, oh, look at this,
Mhm.
got ya. Didn't actually happen.
Oh no, be sad about this.
Yeah,
No,
No.
don't worry though, it's fine.
like, are we allowed to go into spoilers?
Depends what kind of spoiler we're talking about. It's been out a while. Like, does anyone care at this point?
Yeah, spoiler alert for the next fucking 12 seconds. C-3PO quote-unquote dies.
Oh, that's not a spoiler because he doesn't die.
Well, yeah, but he gets his mind erased, which is basically equivalent to a death. And then just in some offhand scene, like half an hour later, R2-D2 is just like, let me put this in your brain. And then just gives him his memory back.
It's like it's too sacred for them to do anything with.
Yeah. So then nothing has stakes in the whole movie. And like, oh, there's even, there's one death in the movie? One actual death of like a main character.
2,
But even then,
3.
they've, in the movie, they showed a way where you can basically just heal people for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no rules attached to this healing thing. So then when
I think they offhand tried to explain that only Rey and Kylo are capable of it. But again, it's not.
But
very
why
well
doesn't
done.
Rey just heal everyone that dies?
Hmm?
Every good guy that dies?
Would have been handy if she knew how to do that when Han Solo was.
Yeah.
Oh well. The movie's been talked about to death, but I'm more interested in this idea that it's the worst Star Wars movie. What makes it worse than Attack of the Clones? Which is, I feel like is considered the worst one.
In terms of like the way it looks, episode 9 is better.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of acting, episode 9 is probably better.
Yeah, it is.
In terms of story,
Which fucks up things more. 9 fucks things more up than 2.
yeah, messes way more things up. So the story's worse. And then there's
And it has no original ideas. At least Attack of the Clones, while there are some familiar things in there, you go to Camino, you go to Geonosis and shit. You aren't just constantly referencing the original trilogy in the same way.
it's fresh and weird. And it's always funny. It's just full of unintentional jokes.
Yeah, so that's the thing that will always elevate them, is the prequels are just funny.
Yeah.
They're inherently funny. These new ones, they're just kind of disappointing
Yeah.
Bit
They're
too
boring.
edgy.
and get worse. Yeah, they just get worse as they go along. Especially this one is fucked. It's just completely fucked it.
Yeah. It's I don't know how they could ever come back from this. It's that bad. Because
Yeah,
at least the prequels, like, it all happened before the original trilogy, so you can
It's for
always...
some reason the prequels are easier to ignore.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know
now,
whether
like,
was it because the actors were playing younger versions, so they couldn't have had the same actors. Because like, what actors were
Yeah.
the same really?
but I
Whereas
mean,
now you
how-
have old Leia, you have old Luke, and all
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And there's something really weird about that.
But they don't use the original characters in the prequels, really.
No.
Other than like Darth Vader, obviously, but
Annie and Obi,
yeah.
little Annie and Watto.
I mean, they did. They messed up Darth Vader pretty bad with the prequels. Like, thinking about it, they messed him up really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last movie's fine for Darth Vader though. The other two bad.
You like the no?
No, just the last movie is really fucking entertaining for some weird reason. It was so just intense.
The last being Episode 3.
Yeah.
So you think the what's it called? Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith better than the Phantom Menace to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd concede Episode 3 being better than Attack of the Clones. I personally prefer the Phantom Menace in my mind.
No, but which one has more Palpatine?
Episode 3.
Yeah, that's why.
That's a solid point, but
yeah,
however, it's not as funny and it's so strangely structured. That movie.
It is super, but then it's like I like Episode 1 because of the nostalgia of pod racing.
Whatever. Everyone's got their own fucked up list.
Yeah.
Just the new trilogy besides Rogue One is shit. Like all of them are shit besides Rogue One.
No, I think The Last Jedi is the best of the sequels.
I would say the first is the best.
This is where it becomes confusing in saying in terms of what, you know, because now the story of this new trilogy is so fucked,
yeah,
and no consistency to it. That it's like, well, I kind of don't like any of it now because like, what is the fucking point? You know, like none of it was going anywhere, and none of it meant anything.
That's why Rogue One's the best. Because it's an independent story and it's still got the same production value as the others. So it's got that good and a good of an independent story.
And
that's why
the way I have to think about it is like, what like awesome scenes are in these movies? I can think of loads from Rogue One.
Yeah,
I can think of a fair few from The Last Jedi as a couple. Force Awakens has a couple. Episode 9, like genuinely.
Yeah, there's not a single good action scene, so that doesn't even like redeem the movie.
But then in the prequels, like I like the pod race, but again, like
I like the lengths.
I really like
first half.
I really like some of the ideas behind the prequels and like some of the themes. I think thematically it's pretty solid, but the execution of it is just so fucked.
Yeah, it's mind-blowingly bad. But even then, it's quite sickening seeing a movie that is so... It's such a product.
Episode 9?
Yeah.
Pandering to the extreme.
Yeah.
Whereas like...
Big time.
The Last Jedi was like almost too much a Rian Johnson movie and not enough Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Episode 9 is just like this... The total opposite where it's like, okay, let's pander to the fans and try and get the ones we pissed off back.
That's why I think Episode 8 is the best of the new ones, because it's
I think Episode 8 is the only one people are going to like talk about in any significant way.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because
whether
I mean,
whether it be for hating or loving.
Say what you will about it, but like he tried to put different themes in there, and he made his
attempted
own
something.
movie.
Yeah.
Whereas J.J. Abrams' whole identity is not having an identity, and
it felt like it was less restrained by the fact that it was Star Wars. It didn't.
Yeah.
It fucked up because it was doing something like unplanned and weird and what felt like a middle finger to some of the fans. But you know, jerk off the Millennium Falcon, I suppose. That's what we want. We want to see a Force ghost.
I want to see Rey notice that Kylo Ren's coming towards her in a fucking X-Wing. And she's like, hold up. And then she turns around and then waits for the perfect moment and then starts running really fast and then fucking jumps and does a massive backflip over the TIE fighter and slices the wing off. And then Kylo Ren's in the little ball and it starts rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling.
How's he going to survive this?
And then he just gets out and starts walking towards
it. Doesn't just roll, it rolls and bounces for what looks like fucking hundreds of meters.
Yeah.
Then it explodes.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he just gets out.
Wait, it's just a scene.
Yeah, that's a scene in episode 9.
That just sounded like something from fucking Metal Gear Solid.
No, I said after that scene happened, I said that was such a Fast and Furious action scene.
Yeah. Holy shit, yeah. It's really bad, man.
Christ. Didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah. Things we loved as children stand for nothing anymore, and we sit back and pay the price.
Everything is ruined.
That was the one thing. The one last thing I wanted to say actually was that George Lucas was there in the prequels. Having him gone, it is something weird about that.
Yeah,
it's not right. There's something fucked about it. It's not making me pleased, even though the prequels are what they are. At least they are his fucked up devil spawn. You know, it's not Disney's like weird corporate thing. Yeah. There's something just inherently less likable about when it comes from just Dizzers.
Sad times.
Rogue One's still great. I like that one.
That's such a Star Wars movie for James.
Which I love that movie. Rogue One.
Oh, because it's just like a war movie.
It's just a war movie
in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. Saw that in the cinema, banging time, loved it. Didn't watch Solo. What's the one they're going to do after this? It's supposed to be 3 like mini ones.
No, they've said like we're just not going to do anything for a while. It's all about Mandalorian and that Obi-Wan show, I guess.
Yeah, but Mandalorian's actually good though.
For the most part.
But better than what
there's one shit episode and 2 really good episodes and then the rest.
It seems like Star Wars is going to live on as like a TV show at this point for something.
It's weird. It's like reverted back into what inspired it.
Yeah. No, it is just a silly adventure serial.
Yeah.
Which is honestly much more fitting than it trying to be Avengers.
Well, yeah, because then they're making it with the same like philosophy as it originally was made.
You can't hold this shit to just reverence for no reason all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing they fucked up with most, probably. Because like even in Rogue One they do it, where it's like it can't just be its own thing. You've got to have the fucking guy from episode 4 who gets his arm cut off show up. You've got to have Grand Moff Tarkin and Leia be in it.
Yeah, CGI. God, speaking of, there's Leia in...
Oh, the Leia scenes in episode 9. I thought they were weird in the cinema, but I was like, maybe this is only weird because I know that she was not alive when they made this movie.
Yeah.
And that maybe upon rewatch it will be alright, but dude, it's probably even weirder the second time. It's like they had to write these scenes around this just leftover material they had of her. So it's really strange. Because it's like these people not actually interacting, and you know they're not interacting in real life, so there's no, like, they're not reading anything off each other. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah, and the way she talks, it's like she's become Yoda.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got no personality or any point, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It is sad.
They really kind of fucked that up, didn't they? They could have just, like, been respectful and just left her in the first one, and then instead of just, like, the shit they did in the ones after.
It's just you know...
corporate shit.
There you go. There it is.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, I trod on a fucking tack. That's a horrible way to end part 1. What if I was not wearing shoes? I would have trodden on this tack.
Yeah, it would have been like that scene in A Quiet Place that I recently watched, and a movie that isn't that great, where she's walking down the stairs pregnant. And then she stands
on a tack.
She stands on a nail, like a huge nail, and that actually had me just like,
yeah. She's like, fuck. I scream when I do that shit.
Yeah,
no, can't do feet stuff. Feet stuff.
Yeah, because feet are so sensitive. Yeah. Fuck, man.
Dude,
have you ever trodden on a tack and it's just gone in?
Yeah. No.
I've done that.
I stood on a piece of glass once, and I was like,
yeah. No, it's that kind of pain where you know it's too late.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I've got to fucking take this out.
Yeah, that's the worst bit.
It's bad.
With that being said, Go away, Jedi, and never fucking come back. We fucked you, everybody. Ah, nice addition for my collection. Oh, that's going to fit nicely in my collection.
I was doing like someone turning on it.
Want a dick on a shirt? Check the description below. Yo, what's up? This is a Jar Media podcast, everyone. Welcome back.
Say good afternoon, morning.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night.
You can't fucking intro it constantly. There's one chance to intro, and it belongs to the one who sits in this throne.
That throne shouldn't belong to you anymore.
I will fight you for it.
Well, in my opinion, it should, because all of the Jar hosts before me live in me.
Strike me down, and all of them shall live within you too.
Bing!
So this is the part of the JARCAST where we head over and answer some questions from the community. If you want to leave your own questions for us, head over to the Jar Media subreddit. We can ask us whatever the F you want in these trying times.
You can ask us really cute questions and we'll give you really cute answers.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
Bent.
Sebastian Ort's gonna get us going this episode with this.
Hello, Sebastian.
In your minds, what's the physical appearance of the average Jar listener?
Ooh.
Monks.
Monks?
Monks. Like Buddhist monks.
I like that. Not sure how realistic it is, but I like that idea. 5 points. James?
I want to say nuns.
Too similar to Jim's idea.
Yeah, I know.
Because
So, you know that meme?
nuns?
Nuns.
N-U-N.
You really think we collectively agree we attract a kind of philosophical, religious slant of
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
Definitely. They've got to get their truths from
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, members of the cloth type.
Mm.
Average physical appearance is probably a, 14-year-old boy.
It's like, that meme, but they're on the laptops. That's just loads of different Jar fans.
Oh, the guy from South Park, the World of Warcraft episode at the keyboard.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm on about the really buff guys. Like, there's 4 pictures, they're really fucking huge.
Oh, that one.
That's Jar Media fans.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like Buddhist monks.
I think that's fair. Probably 4 points for that. This guy's got a name I can't fucking say.
Let me read it.
Hello, I can't fucking say.
How am I supposed to say that, man?
Big Mike 64.
What?
Big Mike 64. That's his name.
What's his actual name?
Big.
I genuinely can't say it.
Big what?
I can't.
Yeah,
I can say the question.
Say the question.
Has Alex played Ori 2 yet? If you mean Ori and the Will of the Wisps, then yes. Yes, of course. I finished it a couple days ago. And
Out of 10, come on. Come on.
out of 10. I honestly think a 9's pretty good.
Okay, better or worse than the first one?
Better.
Damn!
I'd say better in every way.
You were big on the first one.
Hmm. I just love that feature where you can kind of zoom off enemies. You like pause time and you can launch off them, and there's like a huge skill ceiling where you can get like just ridiculous traversal through the game.
Yeah.
And the second one just does everything better, and it's on Game Pass. So why are you not just playing it? You know what I'm saying?
Because there's other games to play.
True.
Yeah.
tomorrow, as of us recording this, Animal Crossing is coming out, Doom's coming out.
You know, so you can have the wombo combo of playing Animal Crossing while listening to the Doom soundtrack, which is the only reason to play Doom. So just don't play it. Just listen to the soundtrack.
Have you played Doom Eternal then? Huh?
No.
So who here is getting Doom Eternal?
What do you mean?
Who here's getting...
My game is Ori, because I like weird games.
Who's
like
getting
that.
Animal Crossing? Me.
Okay, so I'm Ori.
Animal Crossing.
James is Animal Crossing. Jim, you're Doom.
Is Neo.
Neo?
Yeah.
Neo 2.
N-I-O-H-2.
Neo.
Neo.
I didn't know... That's kind of...
Neo.
slid under the radar, the second one of that.
I mean, the first one did, really.
Sold pretty well.
Yeah, but it wasn't like Dark Souls.
It's not revered, I don't think.
People love it.
What, Neo?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm fucking wrong. I don't know anything
I'd
about
get it
Neo.
if it wasn't on PlayStation, probably. Maybe.
Mm.
It's just I've never played a Souls-like game that comes anywhere close to whatever I'm looking for from FromSoft games.
Yeah. The gaming industry is very like that. It sees a trend and then everyone jumps on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just left like, well, this is just kind of a copy of that first thing that's like the best version of it anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why?
But when it's something to do with FromSoft, because when they do it, it's correct.
Yeah. There's similar things though, aren't there? Where like it's just nailed by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why
well,
even?
It would be like someone else making a Mario game.
Yeah, and they tried. They tried.
Like Crash Bandicoot compared to Mario 64. Mario wins by such a huge majority. Gex? Oh, why'd you have to bring up Gex?
Because he's actually better than Mario.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of just defeated my whole point.
Echo the Dolphin's up there too. So.
Glover? Yeah, Glover.
Who the fuck is
Everyone
Glover?
remembers Glover. It's the glove with eyes and it walks around on the middle fingers and it's...
From what?
From Glover.
On what?
Glover.
It was on like PlayStation 1.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Glover.
Dan Glover?
Glover.
Have you heard of this, James?
Yes. How have you not heard of Glover?
Have I not heard of fucking Glover?
Yeah.
What, just spelled like glove with an R on the end?
Yeah, it was on the N64. Glover, look, there's a picture of him.
I've never seen this fucking thing in my whole life.
It's Glover. G Lover.
Is this like supposed to be a good game?
No.
No.
Apparently it's awful.
But it's a glove with 4 fingers. That's disturbing already.
Doesn't it go into a ball?
No, it like rides a ball. I think.
Yeah, because Donkey made a video on it.
If it's... Why is it not Glover? That's my question.
Because he's a glove.
But if I saw that written, I'd probably think Glover.
Yeah, but
before
you only see it written beneath a glove. So then you read Glover and see a glove riding the ball.
Does Glover mean something? Or a little double
Glover.
entendre thing going on?
Maybe he's Irish and it's like
It's
Clover.
in Grove Street.
Yeah, G Lover.
Yeah.
Grove Lover.
Oh,
Gerald
the
Lover.
music's really good in Ori as well, by the way. Ori 2 and 1.
Okay, which is a better soundtrack?
I think 1 actually does.
Damn.
The 2's so varied though. And it doesn't... It reincorporates all the good stuff from the first soundtrack though. So maybe it is 2. I don't know, it's too fresh. It's too fresh, James. Do you understand me?
So they just copy and pasted the soundtrack and put it in the second one. You're like, I like this one.
Oh, God. Way to reduce what I fucking said.
Get zinged.
Boomed.
Boom.
Dig the Head has this to say. What is each of your favourite ice cream flavour / brand? Bonus points if James picks something weird to be different.
James, you go first.
He's going to say he doesn't like ice cream.
Fudge brownie Ben & Jerry's.
Damn.
It's a solid pick.
That's my number 2, I think.
Really?
Yeah, with fish food being number 1, probably.
Fish food, Ben & Jerry's. So we all agree Ben & Jerry's then.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What
Holy
even comes
shit,
close?
yeah.
No, because
Genuinely.
it's just like there's different ice creams for different like times. Like when I want ice cream, let's say of like a warm dessert or pudding, like a nice like raspberry one. I normally go for like a Häagen-Dazs because that's kind of like a dessert one, almost. But then, if you're sat in front watching an episode of Peaky Blinders, you just grab the fucking massive pot of Ben & Jerry's and you fucking go ham. It's like different ice cream for different situations, you know?
I think Haagen-Dazs is the galaxy of ice cream, whereas Ben & Jerry's is Dairy Milk.
Yeah. No, that's
but Dairy Milk is way more affordable than Ben & Jerry's is in terms of ice cream.
That's true.
Doesn't Dairy Milk do ice cream?
Yeah.
Yes.
And how's that?
I had a flake one, and the vanilla ice cream tastes of strawberry ice cream. It's really weird.
That's just a lie.
No, I'm eating one right now. I know.
No,
I ate an entire pot.
I have eaten a lot of those flake ice creams, and goddamn, they're good.
They're good.
No joke. They're affordable.
I've never had that.
Delicious.
When you consider you can get 2 of them for one Ben & Jerry's, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're really good. And there's like an Oreo one as well by the same. Because Dairy Milk and Oreo are surprisingly closely tied.
True.
So
And
and that's awesome as well.
Ben & Jerry's is the best because it's like fat, filthy, just yummy fucking ice cream.
Also, their like low-calorie one tastes nice.
Of Ben & Jerry's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does taste nice. And obviously not as nice, but
Yeah.
you gotta
good.
pick your losses somewhere.
Yeah. It just makes me feel good that if I ever wanted to diet, I could just eat those.
See,
nothing else but those.
I don't know if people are hoarding Ben & Jerry's because they go in the freezer. Are people hoarding them? Is it worth
actually,
trying?
that's another thing that's just been stripped bare of frozen products because, of course, they actually last. So,
but vegan food probably isn't being bulk bought.
Why not?
Because, you know, people who mass buy are people who...
What about all the people in, like, San
people
Francisco?
Yeah,
what are they going to be hoarding?
No, but I want about here. I want about here. Not in San Fran.
Vegan food is, like, beans.
No, but I mean,
lettuce.
like... alternatives, okay.
Tomatoes.
Sausages.
I don't know if vegans are even allowed to eat some of those meat substitutes because loads of them are made out of...
Yeah, a lot of them are just vegetarian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, okay? Even if I used the wrong word, you knew what I meant. But boy, would I demolish a Ben & Jerry's right now. I went to the shops in the pouring fucking rain at night in a storm, wearing shorts, to go get Ben & Jerry's, and I came out with flake.
So were you disappointed?
No, because the flake's nice.
Oh,
You said it wasn't.
You were setting up this story as if it was going to be like really sad, but
it was sad because I had the cravings. Because, you know, I'm a young man. You know, I get cravings for food sometimes. You know, once a month, I really want one food, and I really fancy.
So you're not pregnant?
No, I don't know. I really fancy Ben & Jerry's, and I went out and it wasn't there. It's really sad.
Because of the COVID.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It just wasn't there.
Okay.
And, you know, working from home now for fucking every day working from home for the next 4 weeks because of COVID. because I'm not active.
I can hate that you can say that and that's actually reality.
Is what?
Saying, I got to stay at home for 4 weeks because of fucking a virus. It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But because I'm not working and my mind's not... I am working from home. It just doesn't... It's not the same. Because my mind's not active. At around like 7, 8 o'clock, I just get cravings. And like every day, it's like the sign of me having depression and me being depressed by when I go out same time every day just to buy shit food. A fucking Ben & Jerry's.
7, 8 p.m. do you say?
Yeah. In the dark, wearing shorts every time. In the cold. To buy like one specific thing.
You know you don't have to wear shorts, right?
Yeah, that's something you get.
You keep bringing that up as if it's like something to for us to feel sorry for you. Like you're choosing to do that.
No,
you're wearing
I'm not.
jeans right now.
That's because I'm out, you know? But if you're staying at home all day, you're going to wear pyjamas or shorts. Because that's easy, it's comfortable. So when you go out, you're going to wear pyjamas or shorts.
If you were wearing pajamas, would you change into shorts to go out to the shop?
Yes, because why would I wear pyjamas out?
So instead of just taking your pyjamas off and putting trousers on, you put shorts on.
Because shorts, like pyjamas, are comfortable. They're airy. They're free flowing. They're not sticky and uncomfortable like these.
So you think all jeans are uncomfortable?
Sitting in a desk all day or watching fat fucking TV with jeans is terrible. That's why people wear pajamas.
Don't you own like some trackies, some loungy, like Alex trackies?
Yeah, like I'm wearing right now.
Alex wears trackies 90% of the week.
Yeah, if not 95.
I don't have any. I do have some, but I don't wear them like out. And
Not even to the shop.
Yeah. It'll be on day 3 of wearing them, and then I'll go to the shop in them, because that means I've got a reason to clean.
Because what?
You said something like I've recently cleaned them. Is that what you said?
No. The thing, I don't like doing trackies because they're so slobbish. I feel like such a fucking slob.
How's that any different to just wearing pajamas all day?
I don't wear pajamas all day. That's why I wear shorts, because I don't feel like a slob.
But if you're doing the same thing but with a different piece of clothing, what difference does it make?
No, but then by wearing shorts, I don't have to change out pajamas into shorts to go out. If I wear shorts in the first place, I can just go out. I don't feel like a slob.
But you said if you were to be wearing pajamas, which you do sometimes.
No, I don't ever do that.
You said you did at the start of this whole...
You said it only makes sense to go in your pajamas or shorts.
That doesn't mean I wear them. That means other people wear them.
Did they?
I always wear shorts because then I don't feel like a slob. I can go outside.
My fucking pajamas have like a weird dick hole. So if I went to Tesco with my fucking pajamas on,
Alex would be arrested.
Yeah, especially if there are stairs, because like for some reason that hole, if you go on stairs, like your dick's just poking out every time you either go to the bottom or the top.
I never have that problem.
It's probably just as brand then.
I wear okay. I'll contradict what I've just said and say I do have pajama bottoms that I sometimes wear after I've come out of a shower before I go to bed. I don't wake up in them because I don't sleep in them, but I don't wear them out. And I wear them like once a blue moon.
So when do you wear pajamas?
Okay, let's say
one instance where you walk from the bathroom to your room.
What? Okay, no. No. Let me explain. Okay, so okay. Let's say it's 9 o'clock, okay?
AM or PM?
At night.
At night, okay. Yeah, how would I know?
It's reasonable to be wearing pajamas in AM or PM.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're just supposed to be out by 9.
What if it's a Sunday? Oh, church, I suppose.
Let's say you've just got out the shower at 9 PM. You want to play a few rounds of Warzone or COD or Destiny before you go to bed. But that's not enough time to put jeans on or shorts.
Why not?
Is this after a bath then?
What's this time thing?
No.
What do you mean there's not enough fucking time? How long does it take you to put jeans on?
Let me finish. Okay, so she just got out of the shower. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, you're gonna go to bed at 10:30 or 11. So you want to go downstairs and play a few rounds with your mates. That's not enough time to put jeans on because you're wasting the jeans. So you put pajama bottoms on for that 1 hour before you go to bed.
And then you take them off.
Yes.
And you go to bed.
Yeah.
And then when you get up, you get straight into your shorts?
Yes. You don't go back into the pajama bottoms once they've had their use.
What, once?
Pretty much.
So you shower, put them on, then you put them in the wash.
No, because normally they stay like screwed up on the chair for like 4 days.
Oh, right.
Is that not unreasonable to say that, an hour is not... Because if you put jeans on, you're just wasting the jeans. Because the next day...
wasting? I don't understand what you mean.
Do you think the second you put on trousers, they become dirty?
No, but it's just like, for me, it's a thing to do with like my mood, almost. My like ethic to do things. If I get up and I get pajama bottoms on, I'm gonna have a shit day because I'm not doing anything. It's like the McDonald's thing I've said before.
Right.
So if
for you, it's a mindset thing.
Yeah, if I get up and put fresh jeans on, I want to go do something. I want to go out, go to shops, buy some stuff.
Yeah.
So for you, it's defeatist to just put on.
Almost.
I respect that a lot more now that you said that.
If that makes sense. It's like it's the same with tracky bottoms because I know I'm gonna have a lazy day. It's lazy clothes. So I will.
You see, that's the genius thing that Alex has done though by always wearing trackies.
I'm so deep into this that I actually have different trackies based on activity. These are my dog ones.
That's why
that's why they're filthy. Because I wear like a filthier pair for when I go out walking or dealing with them and shit. So then once the walk's over, I change into something clean normally. Didn't do that today because I had errands to run.
So it might have taken a lot of explaining to get. Do you understand what I mean now with the shorts?
I understand more what you mean.
It's just
it's just the time element that was getting me confused.
It's a mood thing. It's like time.
There is something really nice though about being out all day in jeans, coming home and just slipping on something comfy.
No, but that works because you've been out all day.
Mm-hmm.
So going into like a fresh pair of trackies or pajama bottoms works because that's when you laze around because it's after the day of like being out.
I do sometimes do that is once I've walked the dogs and then I put jeans on and then until I'm done working then I put on something.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, if I can get into a good routine and then I have like a really productive like week or something, I'm like this is thumbs up right now. Problem is keeping it consistent is the thing I find hardest.
Yeah.
Any routine type thing.
So it's like the way I dress is how my day's gonna go. So that's why I don't wear pajama bottoms or trackies a lot because it's just like I want to be productive. So I wear shorts because they're easy and I can work on my car with them because the overalls cover them. So it's just like I'm not getting them dirty and I'm being productive.
So if you were to book a day off work purely to play COD, what would you put on?
Tracky bottoms. Because
so that's the one time they come out.
Yeah, usually because I can go to shops if I wanted a fucking Coke. I can go to shops and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
And it's like laser on gear. But other than that, it's always black trousers for work or jeans. And I no matter what, if I'm going out at 6 o'clock, always will just put jeans on. It's just that's a routine like going out and being active.
Fair enough. Pop Tropica-esque name says, remove the false veil from Chad James and ask him what anime he's been watching lately.
For fuck's sake.
What anime have you been watching lately?
Just because you know I've been watching anime.
This is the time where everyone should be watching anime.
Yeah, it's true.
So I was... Because the one thing that I dislike about anime is how hard it is to watch. Like,
in what sense? What, just find?
Streaming sites. You've got to find a dodgy streaming site where the quality's not going to be that great. Buffering times will probably be long.
What is this if you don't want to pay for whatever what's it called?
So, like Crunchyroll. That's why I gave up with anime, because it's just like I can't be bothered to like... It's like effort to try and watch something.
What about like... Are there any good anime on like Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything?
I have a lot of anime I love. And, you know, I want to rewatch things. It's been like... I've grown a lot since I originally watched them, so I want to know if I appreciate it. And there's always one that I want to rewatch because it's just like... It's just dumb. And it's kind of mature with its like themes. And then yesterday I literally found it on Netflix. And I was just like...
What's it called?
Black Lagoon.
I've actually heard of that.
It's about a bunch of like pirates in Asia, and they just kind of do shit.
Oh, yeah.
But it's really great. It's really high quality.
Convenience is a big thing though. Like the only reason I watched Death Note because it was just there on Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
Easy to watch, good quality.
And Netflix is getting a lot more anime now.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's making it convenient for me.
Isn't there a Castlevania thing?
That's supposed to be really good. That Castlevania Netflix
New seasons just come out.
It's really short, but like it's supposed to be really good.
Really, the animation is like actually insane. Like,
I might give it a go.
Yeah. I've been meaning to watch it on my just fucking never-ending list of
always
shit.
Grows, it never shrinks.
I think Netflix got the rights for all the Ghibli films. All of the Ghibli films.
Yeah. No, I was watching Spirited Away the other day and was like, I've got to just like pause it every now and again because it was making me tear up just for no reason.
Really?
It's just so stunning, that movie.
I only watched that movie like a few years ago, and it's just like
it's like a modern day like fairy tale. It really feels like something that has existed for hundreds of years.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's genuinely like I'd forgotten.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah. No, I'd forgotten how fucking great that film is.
Castle. There's so much on there, and it's like Ghibli films have this like this heart no anime has ever been able to have. It's got such
it's Miyazaki, dude.
It's absolutely wild. I need to watch. What's the other one? Spirited Away, and there's like another really famous one of his.
The wolf one.
Yeah, I need to watch. Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke.
Is it true that they actually have good dubs?
Yes.
Yes. Although I was watching it in Japanese because I always watched the dubs when I was younger.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the voices actually animated to the Japanese audio. I like seeing that added detail.
And I'm used to reading subtitles anyway.
Yeah. I know everything that's going to happen, so I don't need to pay attention.
Those movies have like a proper professional voice actress.
Yeah, like Christian Bale was in.
Yeah, that's right. In Howl's Moving Castle.
They do have pretty good dubs actually. Whereas the rule normally is to not fuck with dubs.
Yeah.
Because I remember trying to watch. I think it was the Raid or the Raid 2 with a dub, and it was fucking unwatchable.
Oh my god, yeah.
I couldn't handle it. It's too weird. You can just about get away in some animation, but live action is just too weird for me. No. Can't focus.
And there's that huge disconnect with live action, where you know that person isn't saying that because their voice doesn't connect with.
Yeah. Whereas you can kind of forgive a few frames being in a different place for when an English voice actor is saying it instead of a Japanese one.
In animation, there's nobody actually in that body who has a real voice.
Yeah.
It's whoever you apply to.
And with like super stylized stuff, you won't notice it because they won't the movements won't try to be human-like. They'll be very creative. So it doesn't matter. Like there's some of the Studio Ghibli stuff.
Let's end on this one then from new_juggernaut. I recently realised my village, Box, isn't too far from you guys, and have been talked about on the cast. I was wondering if you have ever experienced a legendary sesh in the Boomerang Play Centre in Melksham. I did a few laser tag birthdays there, and I vividly remember my friend, the birthday boy, slamming his gun into the stomach of a bully who was part of another party group and was trying to cover up his sensor spot while shooting at us. The vanilla ice cream they used to dosh out in the cafeteria area found its way out of the bully's stomach and onto most of the netting in the corridor we were in. Pretty epic birthday party, not gonna lie. Also, what makes/made a birthday party amazing? And what were the staples of a great party? I remember past the parcel being epic. Also, there's little bags you'd get at the end of the party bag, with a bit of cake, and usually some bubbles and other random shit was always fun.
What? He lives in Box.
Box is... I literally drove through Box today.
I had an interview
twice.
Once. It's a really nice place, Box. It's really...
Yeah, I'd always known about Box.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, it's a cool name, and I was like, that's a really memorable name for a town, but I never knew geographically where it was in relation to me before I drove.
It's a tiny place, isn't it?
Yeah. No, but in my sixth form, there were a couple people that travelled from Box to get there.
Yeah.
I guess that's why it was in my mind.
And Melksham, where this place was, I drive through every day, you know. And I don't remember that place. I never went, and I'll be really sad and say I've only ever been to one party as a child, and I got sick. I'm pretty sure it was.
You got sick?
Yeah, I ate something and just vomited everywhere. It was great.
And so it's a fond memory.
On parcel, I get really upset, and because I get so anxious about it, because I didn't want it.
Oh, you didn't want to have to be the one to open it?
Yeah. So I had like I get really upset when I had to do it, and it's like something that stuck with me forever.
We've actually talked about Boomerang before, but I didn't know what it was called. You know, the big mesh play area centre thing.
But we had one in this town, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember going to Boomerang. I definitely went to Boomerang.
Yeah, I did
I'm
as well.
pretty sure in this town I went to one.
Yeah,
there was one. There was a different one.
Industrial.
Yeah, because back then it was just a field. So there's no buildings. It was just one big blue building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it.
I mostly wanted to mention that because it's just someone who lives in Box. It's like such a random, like this so close.
Yeah, that's really close.
It's like small world.
I pretty much worked really close to. I went to study near Box actually. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't really remember like kiddie birthday parties that much. I do remember pass the parcel and bubbles and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a trampoline.
Yeah.
We're trying to launch each other really high. That's the only birthday one.
A party bag was a good way of every child getting a gift out of it. But it must be really annoying as a parent. I wouldn't fucking do that. On that note, that's the end of this episode.
Oh, fuck kids. Don't literally, just...
And on that note, that's the end of this episode. Thanks for listening and supporting us. We'll see you as long as the world isn't over or something, or the internet hasn't gone. Bye.
He didn't even know what gun was in...
Dark Knight Rises. Police scene. Yeah, I was born ready. Mama! Oh, mamma mia!
No card in camera. You had one job.
I did every job.
No, you didn't. Who changed the number? Who tested mic 3? Who?
That's right in your eye. Why? Why are we 23 and doing this?
I'm not 23. Speak for yourself.
You're 22. It's not much better, child.
Suck my balls. Oh, yes, you do. Hey.
Woo!
I'm ready now.